Welcome to Facebook for the Blind, your look at the downfall of Western civilization through the best memes we can find each week. Ladies and gentlemen, both and neither, is that time of the week we like to celebrate Facebook for the Blind, a show for the visually and Facebook impaired. I'm your occasionally humble host, Eric. And I am joined by my beautiful co-host, Quiet Michael Labune, who is anything but, and the nine-toed Sasquatch of East Central Illinois, Andrew TD. And we are going to have some funny memes. But first, a trademark copyrighted, absolutely essential part of Facebook for the Blind must have depressing news.
We get it here first.
Yeah.
Our stuff.
We discovered during COVID that you could just come unstuck in time and not really recall where you were or what was happening or anything. So here's a few things to remind you of what today was. In the GOP debate this last week, they asked if climate change was real, and only one guy, Asa Hutchinson, Arkansas governor Asa Hutchinson, leaps to the head of the smart pack. One guy raised his hand if it was real. Vivek or whatever said it was a hoax. That was kind of fun. Today was the day that the Biden administration unveiled the first drugs for the Medicare price negotiations. You may remember that some time ago, I don't know, I think it was like a bunch of Republicans made it illegal for Medicare to negotiate with the pharmaceutical companies. So for the past 20 years, we've been paying way too much money, and it's been terrible. Well, anyway, they're going to roll it over. And it allows the government to directly broker drug prices for the first time in the history of the program. And it's going to do that for Medicaid, which is currently covering 65 million people in America. And they're saying it could save like $25 billion. So that's kind of fun. Anyway, so that's kind of fun. Hey, other good news, man. India's moon rover is roving. It's up there on the moon, and it detected sulfur. Confirmed the detection of sulfur. They got real excited about it. It was weird, man, because it also detected aluminum and iron and calcium and chromium and titanium and manganese and oxygen and silicon, but they only really got excited about sulfur. I didn't even understand why, but I'm not going to read an article about it. The special session ended in chaos in Tennessee today, where we see here friend of the show, Justin Jones.
Hey, Justin. Love you.
Officially, friend of the show, friend of Tennessee, friend of America.
Friend of me.
Friend of me. And Justin, thanks for sending all the funny cat pictures. Really, seriously, keep them coming. He tried to bid a no confidence vote in the speaker, but the Republicans blocked them and then ended the session. Just ended the session. So silenced Jones by a procedural move. After which time, Jones got up on top of the podium and grabbed the gavel and banged it out and said, "This house is out of order," which we've all wanted to do.
Oh, my hero.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I can hear crew fires in the background.
And then he went outside. I'm sorry, his partner, whose name is escaping me at the moment, but he went out.
Justin.
Also, Justin
he went
Pearson, to the hallway, and you led very audible chants that could be heard all over C-SPAN and the streaming services. Vote them out. Vote them out. Vote them out. It was really good audio, and I want to say, props to the sound guy on that. I go to this place called Ground News occasionally, but dude, I do not understand. The central big headline is about Best Buy. I don't know. Ground News, you're kind of screwing up there. Top story, of course, is Hurricane Idalia, which is strengthened into a Category 2 and is lashing at the Florida coast. And I mean, dude, it's times like these that I miss Pat Robertson and the 700 Club, because if Pat Robertson were still alive, he could tell us which gay thing Florida did to deserve this. Anyway, here's a fun headline. FBI scrambling to track migrants who entered the U.S. with the help of ISIS-linked smuggler. So that's, I don't know, titillating, I guess. Biden administration with the Medicare things. What else? Oh, here's a weird one. Adams and Hochul in New York are pointing fingers at each other. Really crazy thing. The immigrants are swarming in on New York and literally New York City. So the governor's like, yeah, Mayor Adams, you take care of that. Mayor Adams is like, fuck you, state of New York. Like, why don't you help out with some of this migrant stuff? And the governor of New York went, well, we talked to Biden. Maybe Biden should help out. It's a federal problem. And I'm like, oh my God, you children.
Right.
There are 50,000 migrants appealing for asylum in the shelter system in New York City, which means that it's full and it's broke. And there's another 50,000 migrants outside of that system. And I'm like, where are the other homeless people? What is happening? Anyway. Hey, Sammy, I did want to ask you, is Arizona still hot? That's the word on the street. A little bit. This is the word I got here. Dave King, friend of the show, says it is hot. And it's an actual live ice cream truck melted into the sand there. In other news, Instagram supermodel dies after hitting a lamppost while hanging out of the car window without a top on. Universally, the audience just said, have they filled that position yet? So people are
all I saw was a lot of people saying, what the fuck is an Instagram supermodel?
Yeah. I just saw people looking for jobs. Where are the openings now that Instagram model is gone? Again, Hurricane Idalia has been upgraded to a category 2. They got a storm surge, which is really the really bad one. Okay. And you see here, this purple section here is looking at a 10 to 15 foot highest storm surge. And a storm surge, it was amazing, man. The weather people were just like, and remember, that's unsurvivable. I was like, okay. And then I thought it was really funny because I heard the governor say that you should get to higher ground in Florida. That entire state is 1 foot above sea level. There's no mountains in Florida. Anyway, the hurricane force wind probabilities were showing up here, and I was just wondering if anybody else noticed how woke this map was. Anyway, just a little bit. Some grandpa's at home watching this just steaming about that. That's what I'm imagining in my head there. Anyway, yeah, the entire state is really under a tropical storm warning or hurricane warning, like right now. It's just flanked on all sides with danger, and they're looking at even 5 to 12 inches of rain up the coast, which is a lot of rain for Georgia and the Carolinas. So that'll be interesting to watch there. Hey, I want to just get preemptive ahead of this story real quick. This is a shark swimming behind a kayak and in the ocean. This is a National Geographic photo, and you're going to see this shark show up because after every natural disaster or some sea attack, they Photoshop this shark into the picture in the street or, in front of it, whatever. And it's like, don't fall for it because you don't want to be like Ted Cruz, that twat. Will Wheaton posted a blessed mugshot day to all who celebrate. So, and I reposted James Fell. I'm not going to share Danger Yam's mugshot. So there. So I will not share his mugshot unless I am forced to. You bring up these memories, you get the Facebook memories. This one came up from 2015 and I had forgotten about this. Did you remember that the current head of Israel said in 2015 Hitler didn't want to exterminate the Jews? I just every once in a while you think like, man, American politicians are the stupidest and say the worst things, and I'm just like, no, clearly I am in the wrong timeline here. That happened. Not only is not he's the prime minister. That's the current. All right, wrong time. Hey, in good news, dancers in North Hollywood Bar have returned to the stage. This time as the only unionized group of strippers in the U.S. And yes, TD, this story was for you.
I love you.
Yeah, I do my best. The first and only unionized stripper club in the U.S. And I mean, that's exactly the only one I'm going to think about ever going to. North Hollywood. So there we go. I did want to check in on the orcas yachts contest. I looked into it last week to see if I could get a current score. Very tough to score. But the Washington Post had reported back in July that in about 250 cases, the orcas had done actual damage, including serious damage to about 60 vessels, and they had sunk 3 boats. According to the John Burbeck, who's a member of the Cruising Association. God, what do they look like? The Cruising Association. Anyway, so there was that. And also wanted to get in on one last other story. Hank the Tank. You guys remember the 500-pound black bear that was wanted for all those break-ins at Lake Tahoe? Well, they've packed him off and shipped him to, let's see here. He is going to California. Oh, sorry, Wildlife Sanctuary in Colorado. So Hank the Tank is off the board. And finally, for our heartwarming animal story, of course, the official animal of Facebook for the Blind is the giraffe for obvious reasons. And she doesn't have a name yet, but at the Tennessee Zoo, we've got a rare spotless giraffe without a coat. So, and I read otherwise, they think she may be the only one in the world. So, Tennessee, giraffes, we tied it all together. One big bow.
Like only we can.
That was the news from Facebook for the Blind for August 29th, 2023. Now on to my glorious good co-host, Michael Labune, with the delightfully average-sized round one.
Round one.
Penis joke. Trash Can Paul. Kicking off the show with Trash Can Paul. Here we just have a picture of a petulant looking fucking Donald Trump mugshot. And it's labeled me yelling Uno with 16 cards up my ass.
Oh shit.
I promise I only have one more Trump mugshot, but it's a good one. It's Trump mugshot behind some kind of screen, and it says, "What chicken nuggets in my microwave see at 3 a.m."
Okay, that's below the belt.
Here we
I
have a
feel
text
that.
conversation.
Mike, chicken nuggets is trigger word. Now come on.
First person says, "Can we go to Sonic tonight? Shakes are $1.99." The other person says, "I thought you were lactose intolerant." They reply, "Not at that price." Hey, TD, I wanted you to read this one for me. This is from friend of the show, Drew Janda.
Okay. Drew Janda post in all caps. My milkshake brings all the bees to my car. I spilled all over my car. Bees are inside of my car. They could kill me. I'm allergic to bees. As a person with a bee allergy, fuck you. This is my goddamn worst nightmare. My Girl was a horror movie.
I really wanted you to sing it. That's all right. I liked it your way. I thought this was just really sweet, heartwarming. This is one of those things they give you when you're in like first grade, second grade, something pre-filled out, and like the little kid fills in the rest. So it starts with, "My mom worked hard today. She deserves a blank." That's right. My mom worked hard today. She deserves a blank. And this one has been filled in by some youngster, and it says, "My mom worked hard today. She deserves a microwaved hot dog."
Oh.
Oh, that child's mad at that mom.
I only got 3 more for this round. Carly Smollett at "They Need Cocaine." She titles this picture, "When You Thirsty but Can't Read." And you see this toddler is got her sippy cup out, and she's pouring something into the sippy cup. But when we look a little closer, it's chicken broth.
Oh.
Hey, maybe she wants something savory to drink.
Woo!
Oh, this was really fun. This is a picture of somewhere in Indiana, and it's
That's outside Logansport. Logansport.
They're fucking with some pressure cooker, and it says it's just 2 shirtless guys fucking with a pressure cooker in the first panel, and it says, "I don't know what they cooking, but that tummy looks happy as hell." And if you look at his belly.
Oh yeah,
It's a fucking face.
that's amazing.
It really looks like a face.
That's incredible.
Smiling, just smiling.
Happy
And
birthday.
lastly, for round 1, I have David Dole at David Dole.
I love David Dole.
And it says, "Me, here's half of my income. Daycare. Cool. Here's a new virus every other week.
Oh,
Nice.
And goddamn, if that ain't my life
That
right
is-
now.
February, yeah,
Yeah.
say daycares and schools are just fucking petri dishes.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit. My son has been sick for a year.
Oh.
Kick it over to you, TD.
Oh God. Okay, I need to
Count your
send
blessings,
some-
TD man.
Oh yeah, I can't count them on my toes though.
Oh.
And these jokes
You can't-
never get old, at least to me. All right, hey guys, we're gonna do the thing I do all the time. TD's world famous, often imitated, never duplicated. Short round one, size more, red ahead. All right. Anna Maria Echeverria, cynical comic, friend of the show. I miss you. I haven't seen you in years.
Oh yeah.
And she just says mugshots are hard to look a slim 215 in because hero of the show Ben Wexler just says, "Oh, he looks mad," and it's a picture of candy corn. But if you really look at it, you have the yellow and the orange and the what. Yeah, that's he who must not be named.
It does look mad.
Yeah, big mad, as the
Oh.
kids say. Sal the agorist, once again, new friend of the show. It's a picture of a convenience store, and it's the mugshot of Lord Valderdick, and it says, "Me trying to buy gas, standing behind someone scratching lottery tickets."
I fucking hate those bastards.
Oh,
Holy shit,
dude!
I
I
hate
used to, dude, when I was a registered jockey at a fucking convenience store, I hated dealing with them
oh,
because you got 6 people in line going.
they
like,
should have their own line. They should have their
Oh,
own
yeah.
fucking line.
But yeah, another good use of the mugshot. Moving on. Jason Jester, friend of the show, friend of the universe, friend of you and me. He posed a picture, just says the mugshot. It's an orange with a little cut for a mouth, and it's got a lemon wedge on it. And I'll be damned, that looks pretty similar to that fucking mugshot. I mean, yeah, it's pretty.
Close.
I mean, yeah.
I can feel the anger.
Oh yeah, totally.
Oh.
Angry City.
Oh.
Friend of the show, non-aesthetic things. Says the cashier watching me put no tip. And it's the mugshot of the tangerine dipshit.
I hate doing that. Oh God, I hate doing it.
Oh,
I
dude.
fucking like it.
Oh.
All right, moving on.
Yeah, Zooks. Sorry.
Okay, this is the last of them. Friend of the show, Autumn McGowan. Hey, Autumn.
Hey.
She posted
Hey,
a
Autumn.
picture, and it's labeled the Bad Girls Club, and it's the mugshots of Lindsay Lohan, the Orange Fier, and Paris Hilton.
Nice.
Bad Girls Club, if you remember that train wreck of a show.
Can see that.
No.
All right. Sizemore in a twist here. I'm gonna let you read this one.
We have a post here from Non-Aesthetic Things, and it is a sort of a card shape here. It says trade offer, exclamation points. I receive 1/3 of your paycheck, and you receive roads. Just kidding, laughing my ass off. Nothing. Fuck you. I hate you. And he's labeled the federal government. 1/3 of your paycheck, roads. Roads. Yeah.
Just lie to me and say it's for your mistress's tits. I mean, come on.
I like roads.
Sorry, I'm in a mood.
You are.
Friend of the show once again, Jason Jester just says congratulations. Yeah, because Simon Holland post. My wife said something about her jeans being too tight while we were driving on a dirt road, and now we're nominated for a country music award. If you've listened to country in the last 20 years, yeah,
That's pretty good.
Interesting.
yeah. All right, this is the last one I got for round one here. Friend of the show, after a very long absence, Cats on Cocaine.
Oh, cats on cocaine.
Yeah.
Thanks
yeah.
for the cards and letters.
Love your guys' work over there.
Mm-hmm.
They repost from memes to ruin your day. It says worst advice I ever got was eat all your food so you will be big and strong. Now look at me, and it's this rather large cat stuffed into a pair of fat cat sized bib overalls, and I take offense to this because this is what I look like trying to get out of bed while wearing my overalls.
I would hug you so much.
Oh, I mean, yeah, he looks like cuddly as fuck.
Super cuddly. I didn't know the overalls would do that.
Oh yeah, I mean that's why we wear them, man. It increases the cute factor. But yeah, that's all I got for my world famous, often imitated, never duplicated, short round one. Over to you, Sizemore.
Lovely. And now we should probably say that this is, of course, the ostensibly wholesome round, round one, followed by other sundry rounds of varying, varying degrees of definition. Wholesome round from friend of the show, Rudy. She has reposted Madison Malone Kircher, who says, took me until my 30s to realize my preferred way to eat an apple is sliced up and served in a tiny bowl like I'm 5. And, if you get a white cheese fondue, perhaps that might be another way, but still want it sliced up. This one's from Coffee's My Favorite, reposting this tactical coffee meme. We have one of those, what is that, an M-Wrap? Is that what you call those armored vehicles in Lego style with a little minesweeper guy in the front?
I always just called them big motherfuckers.
Okay. And so we've got a little cartoon soldier with a little cartoon soldier tanky thing. And it says, those people who say it's too hot for coffee don't understand coffee and are not to be trusted. I just resonated with that one. Friend of the show, Hecate Hearn has posted this cutesy thing, said, did you ever speak to someone whose first language is not English and their rough translation ends up sort of poetic? And MZ says, an Italian colleague of mine was trying to say that melons were in season, and he said, it is the moment of the melon. I love that. That is so much fun.
I like it.
My Ukrainian stepdad bonded with an old Swiss dude based on the fact that neither of them knew the English word for garlic, so they both called it Dracula. My Spanish university friend, on calling in sick because she was unwell, said, today I am not feeling very powerful. I will return when I am at full power. Stuff is awesome. A German coworker was at a fluster looking for oven gloves and couldn't remember the word, so she shouted, where are the hot pot touching able makers?
Which is exactly how fucking German language works. They just mash shit together. Yeah.
Like one of my hands.
Cass says, I couldn't think of the word funeral, so I called it a death party. Death party.
I like that word.
My middle school metal band. My French teacher once couldn't think of the word rooster, so she said the husband of the chicken. It's like in this joke when somebody forgot the name for aquarium and called it liquid zoo. These comments are so sweet. I, a Swede, wanted to say that everything was fine and said, there is no cow on the ice. My husband just stared at me. Anyway, let's see. Instead of saying, shall we turn the light off? My friend once said, shall we turn the darkness on?
Yes. I like that one.
M says, I accidentally translated a Spanish idiom and ended up saying my backpack weighed as much as a mortal sin. My French stepsister, when saying goodbye, once said, had good moments. I love that. That is so much better than keep well or that rubbish. Yeah. And Filler Mustache says, the cost of living equals the price of being alive. Say that one out loud. That one hurts.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm yeah.
Pixie and Brutish brings us this 4-panel cartoon in very nice resolution. I was very impressed. This looks like it is a 4-panel, but it's sort of like a nature show. So I'm hearing this, in a very nature voice, captioned at the bottom. We see an octopus. We see an octopus in a jar, and it says, octopuses are incredibly smart. And the octopus has unscrewed the lid of the jar. They're able to solve complex problems. And then we see the octopus is encountering a squid, and he says, hey, Jeff, long time no see. Want to grab a drink and escape difficult situations? And he turns invisible in camouflage. The squid goes, where the fuck did he go? So majestic.
Spot on with the voice, dude.
Thank you. I've been practicing. This next one's from friend of the show, Jen Eisenberg, reposting the Champaign Public Library with a hat tip to Kim Feinbach with a book. It looks like a book, a children's book, and it says, The Printer That Simply Worked, and Other Fairy Tales. It's a big smiley face printer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Teo Morgan, acquaintance of the show. Is he famous? Should I know who this guy is? Doesn't matter. He says, I have one kink and it's not a bad one, but it's still a little weird. Because it says, right, I have one kink and let your keyboard expose you. I actually like this thread quite a bit. I'm not going to read my friend Dennis's because he sucks. But but mine was, I have only one kink and it's not going well, but I'm sure it is the best thing for you. Got about 3 more. The other 98% reposts Eli Valley saying, and in my entire feed, Vivek is a grating, hyperactive, lying monster. And right on cue, Elon Musk, blue check mark. Vivek is increasingly compelling. Because of course Elon did, you butt kisser. 2 more. The Credible Hulk posts this picture. We see a nice stack of red and gold peppers on top of some red and green peppers. And it's labeled, it's a bell curve. Because it's a bell curve.
Boo.
Always slide in one dad joke. It's just the secret ingredient that keeps on giving. And finally, for my closer, we have French actor Hervé Villechaize in his little tuxedo, and it says 6'3", 250.
Fuck yeah.
The plane.
That's awesome.
Anti-QAnon memes. I know, man. Hervé Villechaize, what an actor, man. I admired his work as a child, I must tell you. Fantasy Island, one of my favorite shows. Back to you, Mr. LeBeau, for
Wasn't he also in James
Reverend
Bond?
round 2.
Yeah, he did a James Bond movie. I don't remember which one.
Yeah. I was trying to think of his name in the show. Odd Job, maybe? Anyway.
No, Odd
No,
Job is a big guy.
that was a bigger dude. That was a much bigger dude.
Was he? But he's the one who he would throw his hat, right?
Yeah.
And had blades on it?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Not Hervé Villechaize, but Odd Job. He's a big guy.
Fuck it. Nature Blows My Mind, friend of the show, Nature Blows My Mind.
Hey, Nature.
It's got a picture here of a flower, and there's a bee flying away from the flower, and it's got pollen on its legs, and the flower says, "Thanks for carrying my gametes to my lover." And the bee says, "Don't make it weird, man." Why can't I stop laughing at this? Acquaintance of the show. Why can't I stop laughing at this? They have a white background with a simple typed font. It says, "You think it's going to be okay, but then you leave your house and people are just everywhere."
Oh, yeah.
This one made me think of you, TD. It says, "I can't wait for the office potluck. People always ask me how I make the paw print sugar cookies so perfect." And there's a picture of somebody mashing a dog's paw into some cookie dough.
Don't give Andrew any ideas.
No, I have a tool for that.
Here's a picture of a kid.
That's called sparking.
Pulling a boat with a bicycle. That's right. It's a picture of a kid pulling a boat, like a fucking boat, fishing boat.
Yeah, little fishing boat
with a bicycle, and it says, "When your truck won't start, but you're still going fishing."
Fuck yeah.
This was I wanted to see if you guys get this one. It's on Reddit they didn't get it. It says, "What does this even mean?" And there's a picture of 2 guys, both smoking cigarettes, both dressed the same. And the first guy smoking a cigarette, his smoke is going straight up. The second guy is smoking a cigarette, and his smoke has taken a zigzag pattern up, and it's highly stylized, and it says Japanese cigarette.
Like the choreography of a Japanese action movie?
I'm thinking the arrangement of the language. Like if you did the word bubbles, that's the arrangement of the letters. English.
Yeah, you guys are. I want you guys to know that you're both very intelligent and way
wrong.
overthinking this one. Yeah, it's just for some reason, like forever, for like the last 50 years, cartoonists in Japan have always made smoke look so fucking complicated.
Oh,
yeah, okay. I don't know. It's just this is like a manga joke.
Okay, a manga.
I think I only have 3 more for this round. Reader's Warehouse says, "We love this," and this is pretty interesting. It's a picture of a kid laying down on their stomach watching the television, And then there's a picture of a little girl reading a book. And the kid laying on their stomach, you see the shadow that the TV makes. It just makes a rectangular shadow that gets projected against the wall behind him, exactly as you would think a television on a stand might make. But then the little girl, you see the shadow on the wall, has a castle and Saturn and a rocket ship and dinosaurs and a witch and snowflakes. And yeah, this really kind of captures it, what reading does for our imaginations. I liked it. It's not funny, but I liked it.
But it's good. It's good.
Love this. Food Thoughts of a Chef Wannabe has a picture of a yellow bowl. And this yellow bowl was absolutely in my house. It was in your house. If you're over the age of, I'd say probably 30.
Oh, hell yeah.
Then you had this yellow bowl in your house somewhere. And this says, oh my God, yes, so many uses, so many memories. And it says, vintage Tupperware foot bath meat defroster puke bucket potato salad popcorn bowl.
Yeah.
This was the everything bowl. And finally, for round 2, the ill reverend round, we have a text conversation between somebody and Dad. They say, can you call me a taxi at 7 a.m. tomorrow? And the dad says, okay. And they say, thanks, Dad. And the dad gives the thumbs up. And then we see that was yesterday at 4:12. And then today at exactly 7 o'clock, there's a text from Dad that says, you're a taxi.
Come on.
Well, how many dad jokes are we up to in this show? Is that 3? Are we at 3 now?
We're 3 or 4, yeah.
Someone should keep.
Yeah, all right.
And counting. And
Do your
counting.
worst.
I would like to enter into the record a request to check
on
the
the dad
transcript.
jokes lately. I've been trying to keep what little bit of sanity you have under that mohawk under the mohawk.
It's fading fast.
All right, TD, you're up.
Oh yeah.
You're up.
It's time for round 2, the round of non-relevancy. Okay. Friend of the show, Jason Jester. I feel you on this one. He just says one at a time. It says when 2 people are talking to me at the same time. It's a picture of a great white shark. Great white shark. It's a shark, man. I saw the shark. Anyway, the great white shark. He's got an orca on either side of him. And like, you know, it looks like the orcas are talking and like the great white, he just screaming and oh God, do I feel this? Like I can barely handle one of y'all talking to me.
Sure. It's that Midwest training, man.
Oh, fuck you, dude.
White shark.
It's a shark. A new species has been coined tonight here on Facebook for the blind folks. You're part of fucking history. All right. Jason Jester once again says, and it's all good. There's a guy sitting in a chair in candlelight. I don't know where this is from. It says, you know, a burrito is just a rolled up taco. And a tostada is an unfolded taco. And nachos are broken tacos. It's all tacos. Like, yeah, it's a world of tacos.
Taco, taco, taco.
Yeah, man.
All right, moving on here. We got Internet Hall of Fame. They have them on Coogan candidate. How do you say that? And it says, my nephew is 5 years old. And all he does is watch other kids on YouTube play video games. And I asked him politely, why do you play video games yourself? Why don't you play video games yourself? He goes, little 5-year-old, he goes, you watch other people play football. Why don't you play yourself? Piece of shit. So I turned off the fucking Wi-Fi. I don't negotiate with terrorists.
Learn to respect his elders.
Cats on Cocaine once again. Cats on Cocaine, front of the show. They just repost for memes to ruin your day once again here. It's a picture of a cat, and the cat is staring at a little object, and you realize that object is a little itty bitty cat tower, complete with little dangly ball hanging off one of the levels. And it just says, note to self, check the dimensions of everything before ordering on Amazon.
That is totally a cat toy on Wish.
Oh, I will probably look for it after this. All right, moving on.
Oh yeah,
Planet Beer. new friend of the show, Planet Beer, and my new vacation destination. Just says me trying to add up the cornhole score while I'm absolutely hammered. This is a Midwest special right here. Me trying to add up the cornhole score while I'm absolutely hammered. It's a picture of the wonderful actor Vincent D'Onofrio from the movie Men in Black playing the character of Edgar. And yeah, he's a giant cockroach with his skin hanging off of it.
It also looks just like a regular Jim Brewer.
It does look like a regular Jim Brewer. Yeah, I can see that. Maybe slightly tired.
Yeah.
I can still hear his voice. I liked his voice. It was a good one.
Yes. Vincent D'Onofrio ruined my life. But anyway, moving on.
Good stuff.
Friend of the show, Andrew TD. I know him. I posted this a couple years ago, and it's yes, every damn time. It says literally anyone. Hey, can I ask you something? Me, and it's Jim from The Office with his hand up on his brow, just looking exasperated, and it just says inner panic attack. Yes, absolutely fucking this.
Wow. How's the cable?
Friend of the show, Jason Jester, posted this lovely picture. And yeah, I was gonna have Michael read this because I figured that he would not like this bell pepper joke that we've already done here. And the fact that it was met with a chorus of boos just proves my suspicions.
Yeah, I already booed this. Yeah. Boo.
Oh, Jason Jester once
hard.
again here. He posted a picture of a candle, and staring into the candle is a fucking Furby looking soulless and demonic as ever. And it says, I am but a conduit for nonsense. I fucking feel this. I need this. This needs to be a shirt. I need to just take this image and turn it into a t-shirt.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Jason Jester once again just says blessed. And it says me finding a few random onion rings at the bottom of the fries. And it's the late great James Gandolfini from The Sopranos going, from now on, every day is a gift. I cannot do it, James Gandolfini. I'm sorry.
I'm not stepping into that.
No, I can't do it. All right, moving on. Jason Jester once again. This is actually the last one I got for round 2 here. I think it's been pretty much all Jester. This one's for the fellas, and it's a picture of 4 middle-aged moms pushing baby strollers. And it says, if she can push a baby stroller, she can push a lawnmower. Take the weekend off, Kings.
Oh, god damn.
This is not this. Andrew TD does not endorse this by any means. I just found it funny.
I'll fucking endorse it.
Yeah. There you go.
Fuck gender roles.
Well done. Well done.
Well, my wife likes to mow the yard. She actually finds it therapeutic.
I want to hear her say that. Do you have that recorded?
No, but she would definitely tell you that.
I believe it.
Coolio. All right, round 2, the irreverent round. Although I don't know if I've got much irreverence in here. I feel a little under irreverent. Johnny Cardinale, friend of the show, reminds us that rest in peace, Bob Barker. And here we have a picture of Bob Barker punching Adam Sandler, purely because looking at anyone punching Adam Sandler just makes me happy for some reason. I don't know.
So punchable.
Hold on. That scene is as funny now as it was when I was 13 years old.
Not rational. Just saying. It just
it was funny then. It's funny now. It's just funny watching him beat him up.
There we go. Friend of the show and co-founder George of Facebook for the Blind, George Cruikshank. He posted this. We have a truck company that has the logo Go Getter Trans LLC of Easton, Illinois. And George says 1010 allyship and encouragement from this business. Go Getter Trans. Yeah, there you go. That's how you do it. If you're wondering how you do it, that's how you do it. Friend of the show, Jesse at Outsinned, brilliant name, says, I just saw a guy in the library cry for 5 or 6 minutes, and then his phone alarm went off, and he just, stopped crying, and went right back on to work. And dead boyfriend responds, it's called time management, Jessica. Friend of the show, Owen posts this picture of Indiana Jones holding an RPG over a bunch of Nazis, and it says, "How to Debate the Far Right on Marketplace of Ideas." A presentation by Dr. Henry Walton Jones, Jr., PhD of Archaeology at the Marshall College, Bedford, Connecticut. How to Debate the Far Right on Marketplace of Ideas. Yeah, God, feeling it. Moving on. TNT Exotics posts this 4-panel cartoon with a snake and a little mouse. And the little mouse says, "Please don't eat me." And the snake says, "I wasn't going to." The mouse says, "Whew." He says, "I'm here to ask if you'd like to earn money from selling essential oils." The mouse says, "Please eat me."
Yeah.
If you want that same response in West Virginia, just ask anyone if they've ever heard of Amway. Friend of the show, M Crane, they, them, at McCrane_12 says, "The perfect day doesn't exist, M dash, because it's the first page of Toad and Frog." It says, "Then Toad wrote other things on the paper. A list of things to do today. Wake up," crossed out. "Eat breakfast. Get dressed. Go to Frog's house. Take a walk with Frog. Eat lunch. Take a nap. Play games with Frog. Eat supper. Go to sleep."
Yeah.
The perfect day. Moving on. Oh, yeah, I just this one got a lot of traffic on my page, posted by Sheila Sunaguchi from Raw Story. Says, "Pastors alarmed after Trump-loving congregants deride Jesus' teachings as weak." In an interview on NPR, Moore said that multiple pastors had told him disturbing stories about their congregants being upset when they read about the famous Sermon on the Mount, in which Christ espouses the principles of forgiveness and mercy. "Multiple pastors tell me essentially the same story about quoting the Sermon on the Mount, parenthetically, in their preaching, turn the other cheek, and to have someone come up and afterwards and say, 'Where did you get those liberal talking points?'" Moore revealed, "And what was alarming to me is that in most of these scenarios, when the pastor would say, 'I am literally quoting Jesus Christ,' the response would not be, 'I apologize.' The response would be, 'Yeah, but that doesn't work anymore. That's weak.'"
Yeah, this article I want to just point out here really confirms my theory that a lot of churches that call themselves Christian these days, especially the like far right fundamentalist right wing political churches, MAGA churches, they don't know anything about the teachings of Jesus. They know a lot about the writing of Paul.
You know, you'd think like with all those picture storybooks and Sunday schools, did they just not see the pictures? Did they? I don't even know. I mean,
They've
I'm
been
not saying
reading
they
a
read.
lot. I'm just saying, look, I'm not saying they don't read their Bibles. I'm just saying they spend way too much time in the epistles. That's all I'm saying.
Doesn't VeggieTales cover some of this?
VeggieTales wouldn't come out now. I mean, like seriously, VeggieTales was like fucking woke as fuck compared to these like
Well,
whatever kind of cult this is.
when you've been down that far, everything looks up, man.
Right.
Mike Ingram for Everyone posts this picture of a comforter on a bed that is made entirely of Crown Royale bags sewn together, purple, green, and it says, quote, "Company's coming over, babe. Get out the good comforter."
I'm
Sure.
working with this, by the way.
Gin and Tacos post, "Darn it, I had polonium flavored tea in the office pool and I'm upset that I lost." Because now, in fact, the Wagner group, a lot of the heads and execs in the Wagner group, mercenary army that's been terrorizing Ukraine at the behest of Russia, and they decided, well, maybe I'll turn on Putin, and then he said, "Oh, I'm Putin, I'm sorry, I'll come back," and then the plane blew up. Yeah, Gin and Tacos had polonium flavored tea in the office pool. Yeah, anyway, so friend of the show, Paul_Haynes says, in retrospect, I think it's time to question Billy Joel's claim that his generation didn't start the fire.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
They did.
Friend of the show, Royce says, Billy Joel is highly questionable in general. And I was like, oh my God, was he even the piano man? Is he even Italian? The last name is Joel. Is that Italian? I don't know, man. Questioning everything at this point. I don't know what's happening. Got about 3-4 more here. Oh, yeah, I just wanted to point out that AI created art isn't copyrightable. Judge says in a ruling that will give Hollywood studios a pause, because they were all excited to fire all those people and have AI write everything, but not if they can't protect their IP. So, and I was like all hopeful there for a second, and then I remembered now they'll just hire PR and lobby shops, and it'll be fine. Anyway, Stan Price posts this one. It's a picture of a truck, and there's a huge dent in the side of it, but it's got a black silhouette of the coyote from the Roadrunner. And it says, when you don't have the budget to fix your car, you just stick coyote on it. And honestly, he said, I like it better this way. It was like, okay. Little meep, little coyote there on the side. Good times.
That's his name is Wild E.
Coyote. I did it messed up on Wiley Coyote. My apologies. Friend of the show, Chuck, posts this one just labeled America. The non sequitur assemblage of the world posts fun facts, point of view. You're American. Sweating. You scan the room for threats. You hug your AR-15 to your chest. You pat your sidearm to your other sidearm for reassurance. You are ready. Vibrating with adrenaline, you approach the counter. One iced caramel macchiato, please.
Happening in Texas right now.
That's in Indiana right now. It's probably in Illinois. I don't even know.
No, because we don't know. We don't know what macchiatos are in Indiana.
That's true.
No.
Remy one of them caramel Ralph Macchios.
It would just be a fucking glass of milk. That's all they sell at Starbucks in Indiana.
Milk with caramel syrup, just stirred in like chocolate milk.
Could you microwave this for me, please? Last for the irreverent round, friend of the show and founder George Cruikshank making a second appearance here, reposting my rice sugar milk, who says Dollar Tree don't even play music. It'd be silent as hell in there. FJ State Trill says all you hear is one cashier up front fighting for their life.
I've never noticed that, but it's so true.
Oh God, yeah.
I'm gonna pay $9.99 a month in music.
All you hear is the sound of poverty because you're at Dollar Tree.
That's just the sound of me breathing. Hey, Eric, give this a shot. See if you could
Sure.
see if you could read this license plate
All
as
right.
fast as I did.
All right, we got a bridge scene here. We pulled up behind a car and we are zoomed in on the license plate, and it says, "I'm pretty sure this license plate means exactly what I think it means," and it reads OMW2FYB. On my way to fuck your brother, boyfriend.
Gotta be bitch. Gotta be bitch.
It's
Fuck
bitch.
your bitch. Oh,
I'm
God.
on my way to fuck your bitch. Yeah, listen, I went like this.
He doesn't even have rims.
I want you to hear how fast that says more about your bitch than it does about him.
Yeah.
Right, it says, here's how fast this went for me. I'm pretty sure this license plate means exactly what I think it means. On my way to fuck your bitch.
Yeah.
My brain put this together too fast. Trash Can Paul is back. It's a picture of a Chad guy sitting at a computer, clicking away. And it says, me studying French so that I can refuse to speak it, as opposed to just being unable to. Don Trey Lamar, friend of the show, John Trey Lamar, he writes, one like, and I'll quit my job. And then you see it was liked only once by original poster Don Trey Lamar. And then original poster Don Trey Lamar comments, say no more.
I love it.
Wow.
Here's a
That's
picture
common.
of somebody wearing a bonnet and holding an absolutely gigantic tablet with a whole bunch of alarms for 620, 630s, couple 640s, all alarms that are on. And it says, me setting 20 alarms just to wake up everyone else and not myself. And I'll be damned if this isn't me. Cravings. Friend of the show, Cravings. If you're not following Cravings, where are you getting your cravings? It's
Everywhere.
it's a picture of a guy standing in a puddle of water, and he's about to get absolutely just obliterated by a huge wave in the puddle being created by a car. The guy is labeled me washing dishes, and the car is labeled a spoon.
Yeah.
Fucking gets me every time.
Every fucking time.
True.
Dylan, friend of the show, Dylan at I'm Dumb Hard, says, as a $1 trillion company, you'd think Apple could figure out a way to make better cords. And there's a picture of 3 cords all fraying at the end. And Ruckin says, how do you think they made their $1 trillion?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
I mean, he's
2
not
more.
wrong.
2 more for this round. We have, this is a picture of Leonardo DiCaprio. And he's in a frame. Actually, this looks like a cake. Yeah, this is a birthday cake. So someone's made a birthday cake out of Leonardo DiCaprio's face. And it says across the top of it, no, don't turn 25. You're so sexy. Ha ha ha. He only dates younger women. Oh boy. This is just titled Inverted Centaurs.
Nice.
And what we have here is 3 pictures of something, of a centaur, I suppose, an inverted centaur. So it has the bottom half of a human being, and above the shoulders it becomes a horse with 2 legs. In the first picture, the horse is rearing, and the person is on their hands and feet with their big ass in the air. The second picture, the horse is sitting down, so the man looking thing is like on his knees with his hands on his knees. I don't know. The last one's just the horse the centaur walking, and it's a guy walking on his hands and feet, and the horse is holding its hooves up in the air. Listen, for our listeners, the only thing I can tell you is that this is deeply upsetting. Every picture is somehow more horrible than the last.
Yeah.
But I think my least favorite. Which one's your least favorite, TV?
Probably the one where it's sitting down.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you how disturbing this is. I'm sober now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think what makes that one in particular just so disturbing is it's too submissive. It's too. Anyway, that's all I have for round 3, leaving only my post with the most. Back to you, TD.
Oh, that'll haunt my fucking nightmares. Thanks.
Good times. Yeah. I think the one where he had his hands out and he's kind of crawling at you, that reminded me of a lot of horror movies. Do you know what I mean? Like stuff. Yeah, crawling.
It had like the Ring vibe to it.
Yeah, hands.
That one got upvoted. That one got upvoted for me because of the big butt.
Yeah. All right. Okay. It's time for round 3, or as I like to call it, let's bring this turkey in.
Oh yeah.
Bring the chickens back from the runway.
Yeah. Let's get the geese back from the 7-Eleven. Let's go. All right.
Get the poultry back in the house.
Exactly. All right. Internet Hall of Fame, friend of the show. And it posts this picture, and it's a picture of some tigers from the back, and they're kind of focusing on the white spots on the back of the tiger's ear. So these tigers have quote unquote false eyes on the back of their ears to discourage predators from attacking them from behind. Well, this dude Kyle at Kyle Plant Emoji just says, I'm slightly less terrified of tigers and 1,000 times more terrified of whatever the fuck a tiger considers a predator.
Oh shit.
Nice.
And he brings up a valid point.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, didn't mean to.
No, you're fine. Okay. Rare Insults, new friend of the show.
Ooh.
Just says that's because you look 34. And Gracie T at Gracie T, I'll call you out. It says when your fake ID works, and it's a picture of this woman holding a beer and smiling. She got her beer up next to her face. A face it looks at least 36, and has got 2 kids and is working on her second marriage. That is not an underage woman. You bullshit. You use the fake ID to make yourself feel better because you're closing in on menopause.
Woo! All right.
It doesn't look like she's closing in on menopause. She looks old enough to drink.
I'm just looking for excuses to be mean. I'm just
Whatever
She
floats your
looks-
boat, man. You got a laminator at home, and you got a hobby making IDs. Good on.
I mean, I used a fake ID to get in the bars in Illinois all the time when I still lived in Indiana as a teenager.
She definitely looks like her kids are almost old enough to drive.
Yes, that okay. Yeah, we'll go with that. Like the one's got freshman year. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's almost.
You guys are really judgy.
Very judgy. It's what we
She
do,
doesn't
man.
look 20. I can tell you
No,
that.
fuck no. Like I said, that bitch is at least on her second husband.
That's true.
All right, Internet Hall of Fame, friend of the show. You love me with 2 E's, so I already hate this person. It says, imagine falling in love with someone just to find out they watch Netflix with subtitles.
Oh,
And my personal hero, Jacob, because I'm one of those people that uses the subtitles. Jacob here says, I'm convinced people who don't like subtitles can't read fast.
oh,
I never thought about that.
He's calling you stupid.
yeah. What disagree.
Once again, Internet Hall of Fame making another appearance here. Repost from Sam Salisbury at Samuel Salisbury. It says the guy with the worst grade should get up and give a graduation speech too. Let me hear both sides. I support this. I support this.
I sent this to every valedictorian that I saw. Wait, you can't put a word for it. I saw it posted at a word for it. The invaledictorian.
Yeah,
I was just gonna say, yeah, because you can't say the dumb kid. Friend of the show, Jason Jester, once again, with one of my favorites of the week. It just says, be that guy. And it's a meme. It's a bunch of people on a bus, and like there's probably like close to 50 of them, and 49 of them just have this sad, downtrodden, just worried look on their face. And one is looking out the window, just smiling, and he's labeled farted. Be that guy. I strive to be that guy, especially at Walmart. Especially at Walmart. All right, moving on.
Those are not squad goals. I am not part of your squad.
Hey, you know, sometimes you just got to entertain yourself. Friend of the show, Rare Insults. Once again, Rare Insults here. It says, did you skip some of my memes, I think. I don't know.
What?
Maybe. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
What? No.
Or maybe I think I'm just stupid. Oh, yeah, you did. There's one.
Okay.
So we'll do this. Go back, see if we missed any more.
Hey, TD, do you guys ever call Indiana just Indiana?
Damn.
People from Wisconsin and Michigan that moved down there, yes, they do. Go back one more meme.
That's the first meme.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Or people
I figured it out.
married to people named Diana.
I knew a couple. Hey, Labune, I want you not only to read this meme, I want you to take careful consideration of who this meme comes from.
Yes, it comes from Mary, my number one favorite TD, who sent it to Andrew TD, who together do make my favorite set of TDs. It's a repost from Claudia Christian, who says, for those times when things have gone from bad to worst. It's a wink, probably a pun. And it says, I present you, and I don't know, it looks like a plastic. Well, I'll tell you what it looks like. It looks like a toolbox or like a drill set. It's filled with raw meat. It says, I present you the worst case scenario. Because they're brought worse.
They're worse. Oh, they're
And
much
knockwurst, and vinegarst, and all kinds of verses.
liverwurst, bacon worst, knockwurst.
Worst. All right, moving on.
All right,
Boo.
we gotta do a bunch forward here, and now we're here.
Yeah, right here. Yeah, we're right here. I don't know how. Yeah, sorry about the testicular difficulties, folks. Okay, Rare Insults once again, friend of the show. Chris at Croissance. Yeah, okay, sure. She says, eat off his plate on the first day to establish dominance. And my dude, Tay at Tay Hanshu just says, leave her with the bill to establish consequences.
Turnabout
Basically, that's
is
a polite way of saying fucketh aroundeth and findeth outeth. Moving on.
turnabout is fair play.
Sizemore, I want you to read this, please.
This is a 3-panel cartoon from the new Spider-Verse. Well, one of the Spider-Verse animated movies. It's from Anime Knowledge, and it says 3-panel. We got the cop talking to his son in the back seat. Help me out with that one, TD. His name is what? Is it?
The Miles Morales is
Miles.
the kid.
Okay, Officer Morales talking in the back seat to Miles. Morales says, "What happened at school today?" Miles says, "The quiet kid told me to stay home tomorrow." And the dad just looks back over his glasses like, like the Rock. 3-panel.
What the fuck?
That's yeah, it's terrifying. Thanks, TD.
Hey, what I do, man.
Woo!
I'm not about the teehees. All right. I educate
Sometimes.
too. All right. Jason Jester, friend of the show, says that's a valid question. And it's a picture of the animated film from Walt Disney, Tarzan, and it's Jane giving Tarzan a smooch, and he's looking kind of confused. And it says, speaking of, totally not a bot comments, speaking of this movie, you guys ever think Tarzan was a virgin before he met Jane? Or was he clapping gorilla cheeks?
Oh. That's irreverent. That is just irreverent.
No, I believe that's what they say. Fucked up.
Yeah. Wrong round.
Okay, this I posted this a while back, a couple years ago. And it says no, it says school buses with Wi-Fi are helping children connect with the internet and bridge the technology divide. And Tina goes, our school buses didn't have heat. And I commented, or air, or good radio, or a driver that was sober every day.
No shit.
Hey, you kids, I gotta make a stop at this liquor store.
Oh,
Our fucking windows didn't work.
He had a Marlboro unfiltered hanging from Kenny. I can remember his name, Kenny Latta. He also cut her hay. He had that cigarette hanging from his mouth, and he always smelled of cheap whiskey.
I was wondering, are seat belts required in school buses nowadays? Because they weren't.
I don't know, but I'll tell you, the school bus driver in Bradley, Illinois was no fucking snitch. If you had a fight on the bus, nobody saw a damn thing.
Yes. See, I hated those cameras in the buses, man.
Whoa.
The buses where you handled shit.
Oh my God, we live in a big brother state. All right, let's get away from the bus.
Friend of the show, Satan.
Hail, Satan.
Hey, Satan. Hey there.
Hey, buddy. I'll see you for poker on Friday. He posts here. So my neighbors have a dog, right? They got an electric fence to keep him in the yard. But this dog, this fucking genius of a dog, gets close enough to the fence that his collar will beep, and then he just lets the collar beep until it runs out of battery. And then he goes and does whatever the fuck he wants because he just beat the system. I am so impressed a dog came up with that.
I love this dog.
That dog needs to be president. I'm serious. That dog can run this motherfucker.
Sticking it to the man.
That's a smart dog.
Nice. Well done.
Okay, this is the last one I got for this round, leaving only my post with the most after this. Friend of the show, Internet Hall of Fame, says America's airlines are introducing a class below economy. And leave me a note at Dante_502. And I'll say that again. Dante_502, new hero of the show, says, broke as fuck, now boarding. I repeat, broke as fuck, now boarding. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Man, just hit me right straight in the feels. Gads. Nice.
All right, that's all I got for round 3. So Sizemore.
All right, on to the penultimate round, leaving only our post with the most. This is a picture of a man holding an enormous spoon. The man is labeled capitalism. The spoon is labeled infinite growth. And he's about to dig into a nice human-sized bowl of Cocoa Pebbles labeled finite resources.
Oh, shit.
And one of the funniest things for me was friend of the show, Owen, posted, why does this look like me? Why does this man look like me? This man looks like me. I don't know. I had a very good time with it, but extremely popular. This might be a rerun, but I don't care. We got a girl in a rainbow striped t-shirt, and she's got some feathers in her hair, and it says the 80s, a decade when 9-year-old girls wore drug paraphernalia as hair accessories. I think we
I
did.
hate to put them in the back of my hat.
Yep. Back of the cowboy hat. I remember that. The cool
I had
grit.
one in my rat tail.
Man.
Of course you had a rat tail.
Yeah, I had a fucking beautiful rat tail. Fuck you. Shit was amazing.
I had one for a minute out of my dedication to Till Tuesday. You know, Amy Mann was very.
I was wearing a rat tail fighting on the back of the bus.
All right. Good times.
I can picture that.
Fucking roach
That's
clip in my hair.
9 years old. I do think that is absolutely hilarious that we did that. And it was just, it's like you win them at the carnival or something. I never knew where you could find them.
That and they're right next to the Coke mirrors that you could win if you popped two.
Buy them at Claire's.
Yeah. Hey, I did want to ask too, man. This one, do you guys remember the cartoon Rejected from 2000? Don Hertzfeld, where he's just like, my spoon is too big. You remember this? Okay.
No, absolutely not.
That's too bad because it's gross and bloody, and your guys' kind of funny humor.
Yeah, I mean, no, I totally dig it.
This next one is Memehotep's Mummy Memes. And he's labeled this as just parked, and I had to snap a pic and post it. Memehotep's Mummy Meme says, honk if you'd rather be watching the 1999 cinematic masterpiece The Mummy, starring Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz. And next to it are a couple bumper stickers. One says, I have anxiety. And this is a picture of Ted Cruz, and it says, this man ate my son. So if you're not following Memehotep's Mummy Memes, you're not getting your mummy memes, is what I'm trying to say. Probably want to follow them. Just saying. Friend of the show, George Cruikshank, posted a memory from 4 years ago saying stolen from Reddit. C_Julius Caesar says, has anyone ever thought about how weird it is that we like watching porn? I mean, we're only living animal out of millions who thinks it's satisfying to watch others have sex. And NSFW Paper Mario says, how the fuck you verified as Julius Caesar? Friend of the show, Chuck, second time from in the show, busts out the bucking Jenny, says cinnamon, ginger, and clove are spices used to repel evil and the foul. They are also the main ingredients in pumpkin spice. Remember that when you hear someone say they hate it. Friend of the show, George Cruikshank, co-founder, founding father, founding daddy, founding zaddy of Facebook for the Blind. Repost restaurants with threatening auras, which you should probably follow. We have some meat here packaged to a new standard. It says T-bone, beef loin, humanely raised cut, occasionally verbally abused.
If they were on my farm, they were verbally abused every day.
Well, I'm just thinking, man, I don't know. I like the idea of labeling, maybe it'll move up to jobs. This one's from friend of the show, Dave King, and I just brought this in here because y'all love comics so much. But this is all of the people that were indicted and got mugshots, but rendered as DC villains. So we've got one of the Tangerine Toddlers lawyers, Eastman, I believe, as Mr. Frost. Got Giuliani as the Penguin, which I thought was pretty good.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, quite a few good ones there.
Yeah, we see we got Eggman, we got Two-Face, we got
Catwoman.
Yep, we got Catwoman, Mad Hatter, the ventriloquist. We got all the usual.
I think it's
Poison Ivy.
I think it's Jenna Ellis as Poison Ivy. Anyway,
Yeah.
it's really funny. Sydney as another Catwoman. That's true. There were two Catwomen. That's right. A white one and a black one. That's hilarious. That is really funny. Anyway, it's kind of fun. From Happy Toast. I enjoyed it. Friend of the show, Owen, who thought he looked like the Big Spoon guy, says, Akabaka at Chromatos Dev says, guys, I have terrible news. You'll feel better if you exercise people were right.
Yeah, this is unfortunately science.
Oh,
God. It sucks so hard.
So bad.
Read to me again. I'm inebriated.
Guys, I have terrible news. You'll feel better if you exercise people were right.
Oh no! Kiss all of my butt.
That's 10% truer for you.
I'll
All right, this This here is captioned one of many examples of why an 80s kid will never trust AI. And we have a game listing from war games: bridge, checkers, chess, poker, guerrilla engagement, air-to-ground actions, theater-wide tactical warfare, and global thermonuclear war.
I love that movie.
Would you like to play a game? This one's from friend of the show, Jason Brown. We got a 6-panel, and this is the 6-panel from episode 1, with Padme and, the guy becomes Darth Vader. And the guy becomes Darth Vader is labeled Word, Microsoft Word, and it's captioned, "I'll just move this image a little bit." Padme says, "But it won't ruin the document, right?" It's just a hodgepodge of the text over on ruin right, but it I just move it 1 pixel, just 1 pixel. And warning, Disney Addicts Only says this gets me every time, and it really does. It really freaking does. Hey, 2 years ago, I, Eric Sizemore, and if you don't know me, get to know me, says a woman on the internet, August 14th, 2018, says, repost Carmen Sabia. He says, "Ruby Rose is to star as the new lesbian Batwoman because you cannot have any straight white male characters in 2018. Every new or rebooted character has to be either gay, female, black, Latino, or more than one of those. Examples: Magnum PI, One Day at a Time, Roswell, and more." And Caitlin Burns replies, "So you want Batwoman played by a straight white male?"
Also, Batwoman's been gay forever.
Whenever I say that, I'm going to say at least 25 years.
Yeah, it's canon.
Dude, I know, man. It's kind of like when with the new Star Trek series, they're like, "When did Star Trek get so woke?" The day it was born.
Yeah, actually,
Ball paid for it. Yeah,
first episode. Yeah,
54 years, 55 years. All right, I got 5 more here until we get to our post with the most. Best and worst of Twitter 2 has reposted Abby Jimenez at author Abby Jim, who says, "I'm going to a party. Do you have any good conversation stoppers?" Don't you mean starters? No, stoppers. Definitely stoppers. That was just for you boys. Steve Crushell posts this picture, says, "Just finished helping my son with his homework. He had to draw an historical event." It's the Alabama Brawl. It's the Alabama Brawl.
That's what that is.
Got a folding chair.
There's a chair.
Yeah. We got it all. Historical event. So pretty good. Chow Long No posts, "I don't know, just surprise" meme, who's reposted Weaver Z, who says, "I think the only person I've met in real life with 100% career satisfaction was this gal I knew who was a presenter at a children's science museum and delivered every line like she was running a WWE match. Every time you passed the room where she was giving a presentation, you'd hear something like, and the kids would go absolutely nuts." I just really wanted to do that. Friend of the show, Casey Meisner. You remember Casey from the bar? She's posted WTF memes and quotes from Belle Chow, who says, Divine says, "First 2 drinks don't count if you have anxiety. They just turn you into a normal person."
Fuck yeah.
Again, I know I'm doing jokes for the band, but this one, best and worst of Twitter 2 again, reposting Dunkin' Donuts, verified at Dunkin' Donuts. Dunkin', incredibly important update. Pumpkin spice signature lattes are officially back. And this picture here of Brandon L, who's like, taking a picture in the mirror, who's kind of got some abs there, says, "You got to relax with this. It's not even good." And Duncan reposts, "Oh, wait, everyone, never mind. Shirtless Brandon doesn't like pumpkin, so fall is canceled." Fuck
Brandon.
Oh, wait, never mind. Shirtless Brandon. And lastly, Dr. Alien Skier at Cliched Out says, "Who is Rorschach and why did he paint so many pictures of my dad being disappointed?"
That's awesome.
Fake laughter, real pain.
I'm a big fan. Love those paints. They feel like accessible, like I could do that. I could get in. I could do that. Anyway, on to our posts with the most. And what'd you say? Bringing this turkey home or something?
Yeah, something along those lines.
Skinning this turkey like a cat.
Yeah. Here's my post with the most this week. I posted this on Instagram, and it's a repost from Anarcho Spirituality, friend of the show, friend of mine,
Friend of the
Anarcho
show.
Spirituality. Yeah, I love the Anarcho
Bravo.
Spirituality. If you're not following Anarcho Spirituality, fucking do it. It says Trump immigration policy, and it is a picture of people just crammed into a cage. This is a real picture from one of the ICE fucking detention centers on the border. Trump immigration policy. And right below that, we see the Biden immigration policy. And it's the same fucking picture, just with some balloons and some champagne glasses clinking together. Biden Harris poster that says unity over division and a coexist sticker on the cage.
I see some rainbows. Yeah, a lot of diversity.
Just a reminder to everyone who is outraged about kids being in cages, there's fucking still kids in cages and approximately the same number. So
Ain't some of these kids like ready for the prom by now? How long they been in them cages?
yeah, there's new kids in the cages, TD. But seriously, this is something that absolutely drives me fucking crazy about Democrats, is that we all rail about the right things when there's a Republican in office, and as soon as it's a Democrat, we just fucking forget.
Yeah, I concur.
Downer this week. Back to you, TD.
I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, okay.
It's funny. It's funny, sad. It's funny, sad. Yeah.
So my post with the most here, oldie but a goodie. I posted this a couple years ago, and again, true as it was then. It's just says, DMV lady, do you want to retake your photo? You look mad. Me, I am mad. DMV lady, but you're gonna look mad on here for 5 years. Me, I will still be mad in 5 years. Like, yeah, if I look pissed off today, guess what? Foreseeable future, baby.
Dude, I want to see Michael Matthews' photo ID now.
Oh yeah, you think I look grumpy in a picture?
Dude.
Ooh,
Michael's got resting murderer face, and I mean he knows.
Oh yeah, like I always joke that like if I relax my face, I look like I want to punch a baby.
Yeah.
But I just want to punch the baby. Like I just want to punch the baby. Michael looks like he wants to go on a full-on rampage.
Yeah,
yo,
I mean,
no bullshit. My White House ID badge that I had to wear for 4 years.
Yeah,
I had a black eye.
I fucking believe it. No, that's the most truthful thing you've ever told me about your past. I do. 100%.
All right, look, I never ask you for anything for the show, but I want that for the promotional piece. You got to send me a scan of that ID. That's the promo. That's the promo.
Oh, they take it away. They take it away when you no longer work there.
Yeah,
you don't get to keep
that picture.
your White House ID. Trust me.
Oh man! All right, gonna do my post with the most and land this snake skin or whatever. I don't know how you put this.
We're gonna park the poodle.
Andrew Lowe of Jersey Pizza Joints posts this picture of a sign, standard pizza, Coca-Cola sign, and it says Florida style pizza. And it's captioned, "My mind races as to what this could actually be." That was my post with the most. And I think my favorite, somebody was there. Crystal. Apparently this is the origin of Chris Berry. He's posted a picture of the Florida style pizza. What are we looking at there? Is that macaroni and cheese inside a calzone?
Jesus.
It says, it looks interesting.
Oh, shut up. That's what my dad says about things he doesn't like. That's it, people. We did it.
I'm just confused.
That's some terrifying hurricane quality style pizza from guest of the show, first timer Chris Berry. Thank you so much for contributing. Thank you for playing. Thank you all for everything. We love you. Mwah.
Love you, George.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to an episode of Facebook for the Blind. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.